The Xreal ROG R1 is the first pair of smart glasses that supports a 240Hz refresh rate, which is double the rate of all other similar glasses to date. It's the perfect opportunity for Xreal to use in its first partnership with the Asus ROG brand, and it's the first pair I've ever seen to come with a dedicated dock. But how comfortable are these Sony micro-OLED displays? First, let's take a look at the glasses, and then we'll explore how the dock changes how the displays work. When you directly connect the ROG R1 glasses to any device like a Steam Deck or PC, you'll get a crisp 120Hz 1080p picture. It's not the sharpest picture on the market, but it looks good and has a ton of adjustable options that no other glasses to date feature. By default, the glasses use 3DoF spatial tracking, which utilizes black frame insertion and PWM dimming. You can choose to anchor the display to a specific space in front of you, so you can comfortably look around and the display doesn't move anywhere, just like an actual monitor, or switch it to smooth follow, which will follow your movements with a slight buffer, keeping the image stable but always in front of you. Adjusting the brightness with these modes lengthens the pulse width, which will definitely be uncomfortable for flicker-sensitive users. Adding an Xreal eye camera will enable 6DoF spatial tracking like a VR headset, but does not change the dimming method. If you want to disable PWM dimming, you'll need to use the 0DoF standard follow mode, which doesn't use any software tricks to modify the display's position. This means that the display will bump around with your natural head movements, something that's a little weird feeling at first, but the brain usually normalizes it within a few seconds. 0DoF follow mode uses DC dimming from brightness levels 10 down to 3, while brightness level 1 and 2 use PWM dimming. Modulation is pretty much as high as it gets for any of the modes, and while I've comfortably used the 0DoF mode for hour-long gaming sessions on my Steam Deck with my prescription inserts, there's no doubt the high modulation will be uncomfortable for some flicker-sensitive users. As with all Xreal glasses that use the X1 chip, you can quickly adjust the display size using the built-in scaling options in the OSD menu. There are two independent segments in the quick settings menu, so you can quickly adjust it with just a few clicks of the side buttons. You can also adjust the IPD of the glasses via a software option in display settings. Xreal's X1 chip is responsible for both the built-in spatial tracking and 3D conversion, which converts 2D content to 3D content on the fly when enabled. This runs at 30 FPS though, so it's not ideal for fast-paced games. The X1 chip also powers the frame boost feature, which turns 60Hz signals into 120Hz on the fly. Note that there is some noticeable image quality loss when using this frame boost feature. But what about that 240Hz refresh rate that we talked about earlier? To get this, you'll need to plug the glasses into the dock and have that dock plug into a device that supports 240Hz output. While the glasses max out at 120Hz on their own, the special chip inside the dock allows them to overclock to 240Hz when using the frame boost feature. So while you'll lose a little bit of visual fidelity, the increase in smoothness will be worth it for some games. The dock disables the buttons on the glasses, so you need to use the buttons on that dock to bring up the OSD menu and adjust any settings you want. Turning off spatial tracking is more cumbersome this way since you have to open the menu, then go to the full menu, then to the spatial screen section, and finally turn off the spatial lock option. When you're using the glasses without the dock, a simple press of one of the buttons cycles between display modes. The dock does not change any of the dimming methods, but it does open up a boatload of additional adjustment options, just as you would find on a traditional monitor. The highlights here for display comfort are the ability to adjust the black levels like an OLED TV, full color channel adjustment options for RGB and CMY values, 5 gamma level selections, and quite a few more. These are 8-bit displays, so while they do not dither when displaying a native 8-bit signal, you could experience dithering if plugging into a device that forces 8-bit color, if that OS uses dithering. Of all the Xreal glasses I've used to date, these are the most comfortable for me. There are so many ways to adjust the picture that you're almost certain to find a way that will make these comfortable for your specific needs. PWM dimming at low brightness and during spatial tracking seems to follow the 120Hz rate, which usually works well for me, but will certainly be uncomfortable for some people. The alternative is to use the non-spatially tracked mode to switch to DC dimming, which some flicker-sensitive people might find comfortable, but some of the 3840Hz PWM dimmed smart glasses with substantially lower modulation, like the Ray Neo Air 4 Pros, will likely be a better choice for those people. If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.